So guys, what I want to cover for you today is how we've been able to average 10.6 sales consultations booked using an Instagram account without any paid ads over the last 6 weeks. We've been able to average this over the last year, but I'm going to break down what we've been doing, especially over the last 6 weeks, because the tactics often change. That we're learning things like every single week on how to optimize our accounts, how to improve things. And my hope for you today is that you can learn a little bit on what's been working really well for me, so you can copy and paste it into your own business. Now, the first one is like what data to track. So there's a lot of data that you can track on Instagram, and you can often go down like rabbit holes of essentially just tracking like way too many things. So because we have a team who assist with my Instagram, it's not me doing everything. The really key metrics that I'm tracking is one, how many consultations did we get booked? Because that's the end outcome of everything. Because that's the only thing that like really matters in the scheme of things, right? Then we're also tracking like how many new followers that do we get per week, because we know on average 11% of our new followers will turn into a sales consultation within 30 days, with all of the metrics that we've been tracking now over a 2-year period. And then how many accounts did we engage over the last week? So they're the key metrics that we track, so that what I can do is look over my Instagram account only on a weekly basis, and I know whether we're getting better, whether we're getting worse. But the real key that I only care about is how many consultations did we get booked? You know, if our consultations getting booked is going up, but our followers and engage is going down, it doesn't overly bother me. But usually the new followers and accounts engaged is a leading metric that leads you up to actually how many consultations you get booked. Now, one of the things with Instagram is it changes so much, right? And guys, as I'm presenting this for you, I don't actually have Instagram on my phone. I only use it on my computer. So I'm not like really up to date with everything that's working. So I need to strategize and put time in my diary to try and find out what's working to stay ahead of the trends. And the way that I do that is I actually just follow people who I know are absolutely dominating on Instagram. So 2 people I follow, obviously, like I'm in the business coaching space now that you guys know, but because I've always been in fitness, there's 2 people that I really follow, which is the Knees Over Toes, and also Marcus Philly as well, because I know they run absolutely incredible businesses, predominantly based off Instagram at the start. So I know that they're ahead of the trends, right? I know that because they get so much business off it, that it is their duty to make sure that they're doing what is working best for the algorithm, what are the best posting cadences, and what are the best styles of posts. So one of the things you'll see if you look at like Knees Over Toes at the moment is he's predominantly just posting reels. So obviously reels are like absolutely trending at the moment. I'm sure you guys know what reels are, but because Instagram wants to compete against TikTok, and also they've like a few worries that they have about Snapchat and things like that, they're really promoting a lot more reach when you do post reels. So like what I pick up when I look at Knees Over Toes is that he's posting just reels, so only reels. But Marcus Philly, who I really like, is he does a flow where he does 2 reels and then 1 carousel image. Okay, so that helps me like decide like what's going really well at the moment in terms of a posting cadence. Okay, so what types of posts at what cadence are they posting? And what you guys really have to do is you have to find someone who is making a lot of money off Instagram, right? So just because someone has a lot of followers, guys, doesn't mean they're making a lot of money off Instagram. You've got to make sure there's that money element to it. So then when you're Instagram hacking or having a look over what they're doing, right? You know that the end goal is that they're making a lot of cash money off it, right? So that way with like Marcus Philly, you can have a look at what his posting cadence is, what he's doing in his stories, the way that he's positioned his profile, right? And even though I'm not in even anywhere near the same niche as Marcus Philly, like absolutely nowhere near it, I can get a lot of inspiration of what he is doing. Now, then you want to kind of have a look at like what's trending within your industry at the moment or within your niche. So, you know, me being a business coach, of course, I've got a lot of other competitors in the industry. So I can have a look over what certain other like direct competitors are doing, what types of content is doing really well for them, what type of reels are getting a lot more views and a lot more engagement. And I have about 5 to 7 people that I like just follow quite consistently, just to keep my finger on the pulse, to like, hey, this person has been posting a lot on mindset. That's getting a lot more reach and engagement. We can start to make like a few more pieces of content around that, right? But once you've started to track your data, once you've decided on what your posting cadence is, and you have some type of proof of someone who's doing the same cadence and doing really well, and then you've got your finger on the pulse of what your competition are doing, or other people with a similar niche and making a lot of money, of what content's popping off, then we need to go to point 3. And this is so often forgotten in social media, is actually create content that helps people, right? And I was watching a video from Alex Hermosi last week, and he said a really good quote, which was, make your free content better than their paid programs. And, it's something that we talk about a lot within the inner circle, where we go, look, if the emails you send out aren't worth $50 for someone to open them, don't send them. If your Instagram isn't worth $50 for someone to follow you, right, then don't post that piece of content, because the more valuable that you can make your content, the more that you can help people, the more consultations you will get, the more authority you will get, the more people will continue to follow you and start to trust you. The biggest thing that you can have in business at the moment, and especially social media, is attention, right? You want to get people's attention. And, with the content that we do, especially with Reels, I'm not a fan of fucking dancing and doing all that bullshit. I'm here to give really, really valuable content that if people watch it for the 15 to 60 seconds, whatever it is, or they read it, it actually helps them grow their business. It actually helps them make more money, changes their mindset. It teaches them ways they can market better, teaches ways they can sell better, and teaches them how to run a better fitness business. But what does this mean for you, right? Because you're not a business coach as you're listening to this. You are a fitness professional. You're either helping people get stronger, helping people get fitter, helping people transform their body, helping people lose weight, whatever it is, right? The whole concept of value-based marketing is making your content highly valuable for one specific person with one specific goal. Okay, you need to be really, really clear on that. And then one of the things that you want to do when you're reviewing your Instagram each week, so I want you guys to get 10 bookings, 15, 20 bookings, whatever's possible. Just think of yourself as a potential client who's not paying you money at the moment, and go, would they pay you $50, $100, $200 a week just to be your follower on Instagram? And if you believe that's the case, if your content is valuable, if you're inspiring them, if you're educating, if you're giving away really, really good resources that move the needle forward, then you've done the part that so many people miss on Instagram, which is not making your account valuable, not making your content valuable, right? And that is something I'm such a big believer in, because you want to give as much value out to the world, and your business will continue to grow off the back of it. Now, once you've started to track your data, you know what's working, you have your accounts where you can get a bit of inspiration, or in Mamba, the inspirational posts, we call it unicorn content. So Mamba's our program where we help online trainers earn $250K a year. But then you want to start conversations, because it all goes down in the DM. Right? And guys, I have done so much training in my life on organic marketing, on marketing as a whole, on sell by track training, on sales. And one of the things is, in life, the more that you outreach, the better results that you get. So you'll see all this stuff kind of happening on social media. It's don't cold DM people, don't reach out to people, and if you want to get really good results, I'm just going to tell you what works for us is we reach out to a lot of people on our Instagram account each day, because I want to connect with them, because I want to help them, because I want to build a relationship with the people who have been so kind enough to follow our account and engage in our content, right? You want to make sure that you have a script on this, right? You're only creating this Instagram account to add value to the world and to be able to start conversations, to see if someone has a problem that you can solve, right? That is the outcome of your Instagram account. And so the way that we start conversations is we make sure that anyone that follows us, that we send them a message, right? And thank them for following us and say, we hope you get some value from our content. And that bridges us into the next step of the framework in our script. Now, I'm not going to cover the script today. It is a very, very powerful script. I learned it off someone else, but it's helped us create a business, close nearly $2.5 million in sales with our ads. But you want to be initially making sure that you've said hello to everyone that has followed you, right? So many people get obsessed with growing their account, but they're not actually connecting with the people that you have. It's where you don't have to have a massive amount of followers on your Instagram to get really, really amazing results. You don't want to obsess about the amount of followers you have. You want to obsess about the relationships you have with the followers that you've earned to get over your duration of posting on Instagram. Now, the next conversations we start is people who have engaged in our content. Okay, so anyone who likes, anyone who comments, anyone who views our stories, right? Just based off that alone, you can start upwards of 150 conversations every day. The reason we like to reach out to people who are engaging with us is because we know our content's really, really helpful, right? Because we know we're adding value to them. We know if they're consuming it, we're moving them down the needle of being aware about us, where then we add value and then we give them an offer where they can start to work with us potentially, right? And you want to just make sure you have a structured flow on this. And one of the things that you'll see, people who kind of bag out organic marketing and probably don't make much money off it, to be honest, is they say that likes and follows don't pay the bills. Well, if you know how to message people and if you know how to add value, I'll tell you 100%. Right now, I'm living in like a $4.2 million apartment, right? And it is 100% been able to pay the bills for me to get there, because we've been able to create conversations of people who engage with us, right? So you want to make sure that you're engaging with the people who engage with you. People who like, people who comment on your post, and also people who view your stories. Now, the next one you have to do is you have to be able to follow up with X conversations that you've had. So right now on your Instagram, if you're being reasonably prolific with your messaging, say you're starting 15 messages a day or 30 messages a day or whatever it is, right? There's going to be people that you can follow up and continue that conversation with, right? There's been previous relationships that you've built over Messenger, right? That you can continue to follow up with. So then right there at the moment, you guys, if you go, hey, if I want to just get 10.6 bookings a week for my business, say you close at 70%, that's 7 signups. You could literally scale your business just off Instagram if you want. You wouldn't even have to focus on paid ads. You wouldn't have to focus on Facebook personal page. You wouldn't have to focus on, referrals. You could just do this really, really, really well, because it does take a fair bit of time to get good at, to post the content, to make sure you have the conversations. But then once you have proof of what you're doing that's working, you can be very, very lucky, where at the moment, I'm very grateful. We've got video editors and we've got people that post when we need to post. We've got people who do our follow-ups and things like that, which is absolutely incredible. But for me to get to that phase, guys, I was the one posting. I was the one growing the account. I was the one doing all the messaging conversations and the script and things like that, right? So you've got to build your way to get there, guys. But I have no doubt everyone watching or listening to this would be able to get 10.6 bookings every single week, because I'm not a special individual, guys. I dropped out of school in year 10. I had learning difficulties and things like that. I've just been able to focus on what actually grows a business, which is marketing and sales, and then be able to learn a couple of tips and tricks along the way. Am I the best at the world at Instagram? Hell no. No way am I anywhere near that. But if you want to go, hey, you want to get 10 bookings a week, we can definitely help you with that. If you want to get 50 bookings a week, I'm probably not the person to help you, because I've never been able to hit that yet. And the last point, if you want to get these bookings on Instagram, guys, you've got to be incredibly consistent, right? I ate absolute crap on my Instagram for 90 to 120 days. We were getting 1 to 2 bookings a week. I was putting so much effort in. I was trying so many different things back when we first got into this a couple of years ago, where I absolutely sucked. But if I didn't go through that hardship, if I didn't post every single day, right, for that 90 to 120 day period, learn what's working, right? Eat some crap, do really bad messaging conversations, not know how to reach out, and really, really struggled for a long time there, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that's where consistency absolutely conquers all in business, because everyone wants the results. I'm sure there'll be some people listening is going, hey, I'd really love 10.6 bookings a week. But if you're getting 0 or 1 or 2 a week at the moment, you're going to have to eat a lot of crap to be able to get up to that 10.6, right? But if you're consistent, right? If you get that little bit better every single day, that Kaizen mentality, 1% better every single day, you can build yourself up to be absolutely incredible at Instagram, to get a lot of bookings, to grow your business, to create content that really, really helps people, so that your Instagram helps you make more money. Because on social media, guys, you are either selling or you're being sold, right? And we always want to be the one selling. We want to be the one adding massive value, creating conversations, getting bookings, monetizing our Instagram, not sitting on there just letting other people just market to you over and over and over, including the ads, including the stories. Just next time you're on Instagram, just count every time someone tries to sell you something, whether it be free opt-in for something or whether it's a paid program, just take that in mind, because every third post will be something selling you something, right? And so you want to make sure you're being the one that is selling, the one that is making money off your Instagram account. So guys, to piece this all together, make sure you track your data and the data that's really important for you. Don't track too many things on your Instagram. You'll just get really, really confused and overanalyze stuff, right? Find out what's working and test. Don't be afraid to test different posts, test different structures, right? Marketing's meant to be fun. You're meant to be able to try different things. And as long as you go into it as with a loving mindset to go, hey, I'm going to test this. If it gets no likes and no comments, I don't care, because it's going to get me that little bit closer to being really, really good at Instagram. Right? Then you want to make content that actually helps people, right? Make your free content better than your other local gyms' paid programs, right? Or if you're an online trainer, better than their paid programs. A really good quote from Alex Hormozi. I'm going to be probably using it a lot this year in the continuation of episodes. Make sure you start conversations with those who are engaged with you. Say hello to your new followers. If you've got like a lot of old followers you haven't said hello to, go and do that over the next week. Start some conversations, start some friends, right? And then build them through a script to see if they've got a problem that you can solve, right? Anyone who engages with you, people who like, people who comment, people who view your stories, it all gives you a reason to be able to follow up and continue that conversation. And then make sure you follow up with old people as well. So there might be some people, for whatever reason, stopped engaging with your content. You're able to scroll down through your messages, say hello, continue that conversation to see if there's a problem that you can help them with, or maybe you have some really valuable resources you can pass on to them. And then the last one, you must be incredibly consistent. Don't expect amazing results in the first 3 days. Don't expect amazing results in the first 30 days. But if you are really consistent and if you really focus on it, if you really immerse yourself with the end goal of getting 10 or more bookings per week using your Instagram, I know you can do it. Is it easy? No. Otherwise, everyone would do it. Can you do it? Yes. There's going to be some things you have to learn, a lot of action you've got to take, and a little bit of patience to be able to get there. So guys, I hope you got a little bit of value from today. I hope it motivated and inspired you to do a little bit better on your Instagram account, because I want you guys to win. I want to work with people who want to grow their business, who want to help more people, who want to make more money, because we're on a mission to collectively coach fitness business owners. So we have an end goal of all the fitness business owners that we work with, guys. We want you guys to be coaching 1 million people per day, right? We want our inner circle to be the biggest, the best, and the baddest fitness business coaching program in the world. And we want our members to be coaching over 1 million people together. If you get really good at Instagram, right? If you're able to sign up 5 people every single week, maybe 6, maybe 7, right? I know that we're going to get closer to our 1 million person goal. Have a really, really amazing day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You can go check out my content, Jimmy_Pomponio. Some's good, some's bad. I'm always testing different stuff. Make sure that you follow through with what we said today. If you listen to today's episode and you take no action, you've just wasted your time, right? So let's make sure you might have to re-listen to it and just look for 1, 2, maybe 3 things that you can improve on your Instagram to move your needle forward.